What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Day 3 of Blitz. This is going to be Sunday morning to you guys. NFL Week 12 is on the table. A bunch of close games. I think the biggest spread basically for all of these games this weekend it's like 6 points, Titans, Patriots. So a lot of dog fights during Week 12. Hopefully your teams win. Hopefully your team wins. My team, the Chiefs. We are on a bye, so I'm just chilling, watching all the AFC powerhouse is basically full to give us a better seat, but we're going to use the same structure as we did yesterday. So we're going to go through our day 2 investments and then go into basically the day 3 structure and plan and basically what we're going to do. So let's hop into the limited time cards. Chris Jones just shot up all the way basically to 530k. I sold my two off at 540, 545. I think you guys pretty much are able to sell up anything really above 525 is really, it's like 150k profit. It's pretty insane. Quentin Nelson, I actually still have my 5 in my binder right now, currently at about 590,000 coins. I'm going to wait and try to get 500k for him. Wouldn't be shocked if Quentin Nelson is 525, 550 basically when this video uploads. Hopping in now to our Blitz investments. These have basically been killing it all weekend. Tavon Austin, I told you guys to pick up anything under 35k I think was solid. I was able to pick up 15 for about 36k or less on all of them. He shot up to about 59, 60k, and I think anything above 55k for him is solid. That's 15k profit at least per card. You're going to see me list a couple cards, by the way, basically because this is the first time I actually went into my binder in a couple hours, so I need to list a few cards. Dante Fowler, although there's 52, 54, 56, he's basically 60,000 coins, and I'm going to try to get 60k. You can be a little more patient with Dante Fowler, try to get 65. I know I told you guys yesterday to pick him up under 50,000 coins, but basically all Saturday, he was under 45k. That's where I picked up most of mine at like 43, 42k, so made a solid profit on him. Nate Hobbs, this is a little underrated investment. I said 35k or under. I was actually able to pick up my 3 for about 26 and 27k, so we're almost doubling basically our profit on Nate Hobbs. I'm happily able to sell him an 89 overall for 55,000. I think I actually listed for 57k overnight. Hopefully that sells when I wake up. Derwin James, I told you guys I wasn't going to pick up too many Derwin James. I was more focused on sniping Dante Fowler's, Tavon Austin, Nate Hobbs. I picked up a couple of Derwin James at about that 68, 67k mark. He currently is about 80,000 coins. There are still a lot of Derwin James up. I'm going to list mine up, I believe, for 87.7k or something like that. I'm fine with basically, that's what, like 10, 12k profit on him. I wouldn't be too greedy with Derwin James because there's just a lot more supply on him basically than the other Blitz cards. And then Tristan Wirfs, a little update on him. He actually shot up all the way to 90k at one point. You see, there's like, what, 15, 18 total Tristan Wirfs on the market. So I'm basically confident I can get 85k pretty much for all of my Tristan Wirfs. I still have 28, so I've sold like 5 or 6. But that is going to be the update on the Blitz players. I told you guys to invest in, well, didn't tell you guys, but I said I'm going to be investing in some legends, some campus heroes. Was able to pick up a ton of LTs, a ton of Jerry Rice's, Michael Strahan's. The only card I really wanted to get more of that I didn't get at all was Darrell Reeves. He was going for like 30,000 coins, unfortunately. So I picked up all these cards, by the way. All the 89s I picked up for like 22k or under, and then Jerry Rice and Mike Haynes I picked up in the low 50s. For campus heroes, I wish I could have gotten more. However, I think there was a method, or was a YouTube video put out basically to do the campus hero set for the Reggie Bush. So it kind of made the campus hero prices spike up a little bit because they were up at like 35k basically sometimes during the day. Now moving on to the power-ups, and this is where the real money kicks in. Jonnu Smith, I told you guys 15k or under was a solid price to pick him up. He's currently 34, basically 38, 39k. Now for Jonnu Smith, there is kind of a deadline to sell him off. You want to make sure you sell off all your powers by the time he goes out of the store, which is so basically going to be tonight, so 12 a.m. basically Eastern time, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you sell off your Jonnu Smiths. Pretty much on all these power-ups, you are able to sell them off at profit. You can maybe be a little more patient. Jamar Chase actually is the one that I'm going to be a little more patient of because, well, he's basically in the store for all of today and all of Monday. So there's going to be basically, and as well, Jamar Chase is kind of the most desirable, I think, Blitz card. And there are not also a lot of him up. There's like 18 total power-ups on the market. He shot up from basically, I said under 40k. However, he was 35k basically for most of today until the later half. And then he's now shot up to 80k. I wouldn't be shocked with Jamar Chase if he goes up to like 100, 115. However, don't quote me on that. I do think on all these cards, if you have your profit, take it. If you're scared basically they're going to crash and burn, basically lose all your profit, make sure, man, just sell off, take your profit, take your W's. Perry was a W, Jonnu Smith was a W, Jamar Chase was a W. So now we're going to hop into kind of the Blitz day 3 promo schedule. So Ja'Marr Chase, of course, is not actually expiring tonight. He's expiring on Monday night. So we're not really going to talk. We'll kind of go into basically what we're buying him at, but we're really not going to focus on him today. All 4 of these investments, man, are going to be really, really solid. We've seen from past days. The Blitz cards just go up once they're out of packs. Javonte Williams, though, is probably my least favorite just because his card is not amazing. Only 90 speed and 89 overall for a running back. I would try to pick him up. He's that Nate Hobbs price, so I would say 25, 26K. I know they're up for 37, 39, but I'm recording this in the middle of the night, so there's just not a lot of supply. Basically, people aren't rushing to the store right now at 3 o'clock in the morning and buying. Listing up on the market. Perry, and I'm not going to say his last name, Perry N, going for about 49K. He's a really solid card, 93 speed. I would say he's that Tavon Austin range, so 35, 36K. I think for Perry N, you could pick him up like 38, 39K. He's probably going to be 55, 60K, basically Monday afternoon. Mitch Wisnowski, hopefully I pronounced that right. He is a punter. He's the second highest punter in the game. Niners theme team as well. The Raiders theme team punter is a 90 overall. Niners theme team punter, not terrible. I would try to pick him up under 22,000. That's the price I'm going to give. And then Jonnu Smith, he's way overpriced right now, about 86K. He is a solid card, 91 speed tight end. So hopefully Jonnu Smith, basically, when I wake up this morning, he's more around that 55, 50K mark. I think under 50K for Jonnu Smith. We'd seen Dante Fowler was under 45K. Tristan Wirfs was under 50K. Hopefully Jonnu Smith kind of follows at those 91 overall blitz player trends, and will be under 50K tomorrow. So I'm going to say basically under 50K for Jonnu Smith. And then Ja'Marr Chase, if you do, because it is kind of okay to pretty much buy him today or buy him tomorrow. Pretty much 70K under, just like the Derwin James. Solid investment. Ja'Marr Chase probably has a higher ceiling than Derwin James just because it seems like there are less of them basically on the auction now. So now let's hop in and kind of go through these store offers today. The first one that's basically expiring soon, Campus Heroes Veterans. We're not really too worried about that. The Legend Fantasy. These ones expire. These ones expire basically before this video is up, so we don't really care about those. So these ones now, Most Feared Pack. We're not worried too much about that. We don't think Most Feared players are going to get another upgrade. All Pro Fantasy Pack, not too bad. This is probably the day I'm going to pick up the most core elite investments of my own as well, with the 8 elite packs, topper, 89 flashback. There's not really an investment there. If you want to pick up some flashback players for your team, I'd guess 4 p.m. Eastern time is probably the basically buy window for if you want, Cam Newton, you want Carson. You probably don't want Carson Wentz, but some new flashback cards. The Game Changer pack. Really, the pack offers today are probably the worst of the previous 2 days and this day as well. Times 1 87 overall legend player. This one's probably good if you want to pick up some legends, maybe do some sets. This one probably is a perfect kind of time window to snipe some 88, times some 87 overall legend pieces, do some sets for cheap. And then the big juicer pack, for which we'd seen the Fire Fantasy pack, then the full legend. This one is only a Redux. It's one of 2 91 overall Redux players, and unfortunately, for the Redux players, this is probably going to be, like I said, the worst day for these packs. I don't really love Redux as an investment just because most of them are kind of just the full legend LTDs. If you're going to buy Redux players, I would say only invest or only buy and try to snipe the ones that are like actual LTD players, so like Aaron Jones, Fletcher Cox, those type of players. If there were 2 players, I'd say to try to target and buy, because potentially I think they could maybe get a Christmas Day card. It'd have to be Darren Waller and Myles Garrett, 2 really solid players. Darren Waller, 217K. I also don't expect a lot of people to actually buy this pack, so hopefully Darren Waller kind of goes down to like that 120, 110K range. However, I don't know. I'm not really going to prioritize this kind of on my schedule, like make sure I'm sniping Redux players. Of course, you can snipe these players. The first 5 minutes is basically the best time to buy. We've seen, if you were on during, Friday night basically for the sniping the LTDs, and then tonight if you were on trying to snipe legends like Roger, I don't know his name, man, Craig or Luke Kuechly, it was insane. I went 0 for 25 basically on just trying to buy a card for like a 10K snipe. It was absurd. So that's going to be the Redux pack. Not really too focused, prioritizing really any investments there. But actually, there's not a bad one here at 12 a.m. Eastern. So this is midnight, going to be 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for my time. Contains times 1 87 90 overall team of the week player. So if you have that Lamar Jackson, he actually has gone up a little bit at about 100K. Again, I really think if you have Lamar Jackson, sell him off, because this card will probably be cut in half in terms of price. And we will be investing in the little midget, the angry toddler, Kyler Murray, currently at about 18,000 coins. Hopefully when this pack is bought as well. It's a cheap pack. You can buy it with bits. I would say try to get Kyler Murray. Anything under 13,000 coins is really safe. Hopefully he's flooded on the market and it's like 10,000 coins, but 13,000 coins is a realistic Kyler Murray, probably going to get a Christmas card, probably going to be one of the high Christmas master cards if you ask me. Potential MVP candidate, has only gotten an 87 overall card, coming off injury. Really like him. Remember, he's a Christmas investment, so it's kind of a longer term investment. If you only have like 100,000 coins, you don't probably want to buy Kyler Murray. This is more for like your 2 mil, where you basically buy Kyler Murray, throw him in your binder for 2 weeks, and hopefully he goes up in price. Now to kind of go over the power-ups, because there is one more day basically of these 90 to 91 Blitz cards, so we could actually invest a little bit more into their power-ups. However, their power-ups have kind of already spiked in price a little bit. Jalen Hurts currently going for like 35, 37K. Jalen Hurts, I picked up one for 22. I think anything under 25K for Jalen Hurts is solid. You know, he's probably going to go from that 25, that 30K range to the 50K, which is solid profit. Ever don't rush out and buy him for 37, 40K, because I wouldn't. It's not really I don't know, like risk management. Don't want to buy a card for 37, 40K that probably is only going to go to 50, 55. So if you could pick up Jalen Hurts for under 25, I think that's solid. And then Byron Murphy is a weird one, because he's the only, I believe, Blitz kind of mid-tier elite that actually already has a card in the game with the 87 overall team of the week. And his power-up right now is he's probably the most common power-up out of all these, and it's basically going for under 5K. I think it's the lowest risk investment. So anything under 5,000 coins for Byron Murphy, pick him up. I have about 20 right now. I don't think there's a huge ceiling. Maybe probably 15K, 20K gets to at max. But however, if you buy him for 5K, he goes to the 10K. You buy like 5 of them, right? That's 25K profit. Solid. And then to wrap this video up, we're going to kind of talk about Bo Nose. Now, this isn't really an investment. Now, we know we're getting 4 new Bo Nose cards on Monday morning. We're going to get them revealed kind of Sunday afternoon. And this really isn't to talk about the 94 Bo Nose kind of pack that comes out Monday night. This is kind of more to talk about training. Now, this isn't a trading investment. I'm going to put that out there. This is not a trading investment. However, if you are planning basically to buy the new Bo Nose players on Monday, or you want to do the reroll basically for the new 94 Bo Nose players that come out, or like if you just need training in general before Monday, I would highly suggest picking up training basically all throughout Sunday, because it's a very obvious to me that basically when they put the new Bo Nose players into the game on Monday, the most common reroll, and a lot of people are probably going to want to do the new 85 plus reroll. So I think training doesn't spike up, right? It's like 5.5, 6 coins per training right now. However, I think it goes from like 5.5 to 7, 7.5. Now, we can't really invest in that. There's not a lot of profit in that really small window. However, this is basically just an FYI. Like if you want to upgrade your team Monday, you want to do the rerolls, or you just doing a reroll in general, basically, I would buy training Sunday and basically to have it Monday to do the new rerolls. There's actually going to be a training investment when those 94 overall Bo Nose basically player, that pack gets put in the store Monday night, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. But just an FYI, I think training is going to slightly rise from Sunday basically, and then Monday, like throughout the early morning of the day when the 84 or the 94 overall new Bo Nose players are in packs. So that's kind of just a training warning. I think it's going to spike up a little bit. But that is going to be all for this video. I know it's a little shorter. Day 3 is probably the worst kind of content and schedule for packs, but it's whatever. I'm going to be watching football all day. Not really going to be too locked in on investments, however. Going to be trying to pick up some Jonnu Smith, some Jamar Chase. You know how that is. So, No Money Spent, by the way. No Money Spent episode 101 will be out probably Sunday afternoon. I still think I'm going to cut it up. I have to get a gameplay with the new team. I know you see in the top right corner, the 95 overall. We've made some hefty pickups because, well, investments this weekend have just huge W's. We made a lot of coins. Let's just say my coins are above 20 mil even after all these pickups. We made a ton off investments. That is going to be all for Blitz Day 3 kind of plan of attack, what to do. Until actually No Money Spent episode 101 later today. Peace.